Hello, it's Dana here with Bookshelf Central, and I am walking down the aisles of my bookstore. I am surrounded by stories. Stories are such a great way to pass upon legacies to your children and to their children. You can choose some really excellent books to read to your young preschoolers. You can read chapter books. You can do um, paper dolls. There are just all kinds of things you can do right now during COVID, but one I want to share with you that I think is a grand idea is one that my dad did. My dad kept a diary for years and years and years. And it is, now that he is gone, I love looking back at his diaries and the things that he did. He grew up on a farm, and it's just so cool to read about the things that he did from day to day and see how some of the things that we are dealing with during COVID are the very things that he dealt with on a daily basis. And then I think about my favorite books growing up, things like Little House on the Prairie, and how they grew their own food. And I look at my friends and neighbors here now, and that's the kind of things they're doing too. And so I wanted to share with you my dad's diary. He had this is one of many. This is his 5 year diary from the 1950s. And so each day, like this one right here, is July 18th, and the top space for a sentence was from 53, the next space was for 1954, and so forth. And so I just wanted to read to you a little bit about what he had to say about his life in the 50s, okay? And then think about how that compares to your life today. So on July 18th, 1953, Dad says, "Dear Diary, today I worked at the church. We had dinner on the ground. We got the gravel in the basement." That doesn't sound super exciting, but it gives you a little glimpse into the fact that he helped build the foundation of a church. How about that? Now, then in 1954, on the same day, July 18th, he says, "Dear Diary, last winter the church was bricked. Joe and John brought Colleen home today. That's his sister. They took Bernice back. Geraldine didn't come home because she is too far along." So apparently, my aunt was expecting a child. "We went down to Uncle Oscar's. Maureen went somewhere with John. Billy Lou went with Robert. In a way, I wish I could have a date on Sunday evenings." And so he's obviously an older teenager there, but that's interesting to me. Now, there's others in here, other diary entries that tell about how many acres of corn he planted in a day, or how he took care of the cows and milked the cows. Here's one, September the 1st, 1954. "I'm going to work on the trumpeter staff. Join the, I can't read his writing, join the Labna Signa Latin Club, play basketball, and am in the student council this year." So that's interesting. And what a great way for you to carry on your explanation of what life was like during COVID, and as your community starts to reopen, your feelings about that. Write them down. Get you a spiral notebook. Put the year, write 2 sentences. Have a spiral notebook for each of your kids and have them do the same. I've got another cute little thing. This is a book that I offer. It's called Q&A a Day for Kids. And it's a 3 year diary, but it has specific questions. So like today is April 22nd, so let's see what the question is for today. "How do you usually get to school?" Well, that would be a really interesting one. So then there's a place for 3 different years to write the answer, where you come back and you ask the same question to the kids the next year. Here is the May 17th question. "Do you have enough free time? Why or why not?" Let's come over here to July 10th. "What's the best thing about today?" So it's just conversation starters, but when you keep such a diary and you get to look back on it, or your grandkids get to look back on it like I have looked back at my dad's, it is such a blessing, and I think that you will be blessed too. Bye.